Like always, appreciate everybody getting on and covering Penn State football. When I want to summarize the Indiana game briefly right now, we won the turnover battle, which was significant. We've done a pretty good job of that all year long. We're going to have to continue to do that moving forward. We did not win the penalty battle. It wasn't a lot of penalties in the game. We had 5, they had 3. But we did not win that battle. The drive start battle, we did win. The sack battle, we did win. And the explosive play battle, we were able to win that. We did not reach our goal on offense of 16%, but we did have significantly more explosive plays than they did. So we did win that overall. When you talk about getting into, a few more points about Indiana, positives from the game. I thought we're playing tremendous complementary football in all 3 phases. I think our situational awareness and situational mentality has been really good. I think, you think about all the situations that came up in that game, and we handled them all very well. So pleased with that. First time Indiana's been shut out since 2000, which it's strange to me to think that that's 21 years. 2000 doesn't seem that long ago until you say it like that. But in today's day and age, with the way offenses have changed, that's an impressive stat. Indiana was 0-2 in the red zone. 1 at the 4-yard line, 1 at the 13-yard line with a blocked field goal. Blocked field goal was impressive. That's our second one of the season. And that kind of reinforces my point about situational awareness and situational mentality. And then opportunities for growth. We got to have a complete week of preparation, meetings, weight room, practice, regen and recovery, nutrition, treatment, academics, all of it will matter. So getting into Iowa, obviously got a ton of respect for Coach Ferentz. You talk about 23 years as a head coach at Iowa, 31 years overall at Iowa. Has just done a tremendous job. The level of consistency that they've had throughout their program, not only from a win and loss record, but from a coaching staff perspective, really all of it. It's impressive. 18 starters returning. Obviously, we're getting into the point of the season where I don't know if those returning starters matter a whole lot anymore because we're deep enough into the season, but they did have 18 starters returning. That's impressive. Brian Ferentz, Coach Ferentz's son, is the offensive coordinator. Obviously spent time in New England just like his dad did, and has done a nice job. Is really doing a nice job with their offense, playing to their strengths right now. We've been impressed with Tyler Goodson. Seems like he's been playing there forever now. The running back, he's explosive. Tight end Sam Laporta, they always seem to have a tight end there who is a challenge, to deal with. And then their offensive lineman, number 65, Tyler Linderbaum, is really impressive. They do an excellent job with their play action. I think that's probably the biggest thing. We're going to be working that all week long. Play action, play action, play action. They do a really good job of getting 4 and 5 guys out into their route, so it's not like they're just going max protect all the time. They do a really good job of getting their guys out, and you see their tight ends and running backs are targeted a lot, so that will be the challenge dealing with them. You talk about defensively. Obviously, their defensive coordinator is maybe one of the most respected defensive coordinators in college football. There's been consistency there. He's been there for 11 years as the coordinator, but was there obviously a lot longer before that as the defensive backs coach. But they do a great job. They're consistent. I would not say that they're simple, but you look on tape and who they are this year, for the most part, is who they were last year and the years before that, and their kids are sound. They lined up, and they're sound. They're never out of position. They play fast. They play aggressive. They play with great confidence because they're allowing them to line up and play. And they got a really good scheme that is challenging. It's not like a formation that you can turn on or a motion or a shift or empty or formation into the boundary where we feel like, okay, here's a formation or personnel group that's going to allow us to get some yards just based on alignment. There's no easy yards out there. They do a great job. The guys that stand out with us is the DN number 97, Zach Van Valkenburg, very, very much a Iowa defensive line name. Seems like they always got a guy like that. Linebacker number 31, Jack Campbell, impressive. Watching him on tape, I didn't realize he's as big as he is listed, but he's active and really productive. Number 44, Seth Benson, linebacker, impressive on tape, productive as anything. And then number 33, Riley Moss, the defensive back, who actually went to the same high school as Jake Pinniger. We're going to need to establish the run. We were able to take a step last week with our run game. That's going to be really important, not just for our offense's success, but also to help our defense out with time of possession. This is going to be one of those types of games. We're going to have to grind it out and help our defense out based on who they are as an entire organization, but specifically their offense as well. From a special teams perspective, I think year in and year out, they do a great job on special teams. It is obvious that this is something that Coach Ferentz invests in and respects. Coach Woods does a great job with their special teams. They always got a wrinkle or something that you need to be ready for. Their returner, Charlie Jones, is impressive. He makes plays in the punt game as well as in the kick game as a returner. The other thing is trick plays. We're going to spend a lot of time on those things this week, whether it's on PAT field goal with shifts and motions and swinging gates, as we call them. They ran one a few years ago that we had worked on, but they still were able to be successful with it. They're always going to have a wrinkle in there that you need to be prepared for. So we're going to be working all those things. We've gone back and broke down all the tape really since they have been there and any trick that they've run, and they've run some good ones. They do a great job with motions and shifts, so we're going to make sure we get all those things covered this week. Tremendous opportunity that we're excited about. We're going to need to have great practice today and build on it all week long. So open it up to questions.